Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me, Austin Feltron here. Today we are back with another YouTube video, and today I gotta answer a very important question. Who actually won the Cars 2 World Grand Prix? We saw the first two races in their entirety, but we never saw the ending of the third race, because Mater got a bomb strapped to him and everything went nuts and crazy. So today we're going to be answering that question, and the first thing we have to do is figure out the point system so that we can calculate the points at the end of the three races for every driver. We do have a way to find out the point system though, because before the second race of the World Grand Prix, there's a little clip where they show the point standings, and using that alone we can figure out how the system works. This little screenshot shows that the top three are each separated by 2 points, with the first car getting 10 points, second with 8, third with 6, and then after that, each spot just decreases by 1 point until you get to 8th, and then 9th through 11, which there are 11 racers, each get 0 points. Now that we have the point system down, we can actually find out what the finishing positions were in the first race. So we have the top 5 there, you can already see that, but then to find the other 6 drivers, we'll have to look at more screenshots from the movie. And what I did is I found the last time you see the racers on screen before the end of the race, because you don't see them all cross the finish line. And since the actual order of the racing doesn't change a lot throughout the races, it should be at least pretty close to completely accurate as to how they finish. Firstly, you can see in this other clip from before the second race, you can see that these 3 guys finished in the last 3 positions, which means they all got 0 points because they're the ones that crashed out. Now we see Miguel Camino and Rip Kleczgonski crash on screen, but Max Schnell does not crash on screen, so we know that he was the last to crash, which means he got 9th. So in this screenshot and the one coming after it, we see all the racers before, right before the very end of the race. So this is how I can get a pretty accurate estimate as to how they finish. So this is basically the finishing order of each race and how many points each driver got for this race. And I made ones like this for the other 2 races too, and then we'll add them all up at the end. So now let's move on to the second race. So the second race was the easiest to make the results for, as basically we see the result for everybody. We see Lightning win, Francesco gets second, everybody crashed, and then Jeff Gorvette and Lewis Hamilton both are able to stop before they wreck, which means they finish 3rd and 4th. So yeah, we see Francesco get second and Lightning first, then we see Carlo Velosa crash, then we see Nigel Gearsling crash, they both crash by themselves. And then we see Shu Todoroki get blown up, and then he takes out basically the entire field except for Jeff Gorvette and Lewis Hamilton. And so I'm pretty sure Jeff Gorvette was ahead of Lewis Hamilton when they were coming to the wreck to stop, so he actually gets the edge over Lewis Hamilton in my book. And so this is the complete finishing order in points for the second race. Alright guys, and that brings us to the last race, which is the third race at Britain. And in a lot of ways, this is the hardest one to find the finishing order for. But some things, Lightning McQueen is disqualified. He gets last because nobody else gets blown up, and he goes off course and he never finishes. So he's last. And then for everyone else, I just, like I did in the first race, I found the last time you see each racer on screen, and that's just what we use for the finishing order because, like I said earlier, the order doesn't usually change that much throughout the race after doing my analysis. So yeah, let me pull up the screenshots for you now so you can see for yourself. Alright guys, this is the last time in the movie you can see all the racers on track. As you see, Lightning is in first, but he's not going to stay there. So Francesco in second, according to my little system, should win the race. And then you can see all the other racers except for 2. Raul Cerul you can barely see on the far, far left as a little blur of blue. And the only other racer not on there is Rip Kleczgonski. So you know that he's in 11th right now. So that's how I got the finishing order for this race. Alright, so you can see here I just shifted everybody's running order in the last picture up 1 basically and had Lightning in last. Yeah, so not too complicated, but it might be the least accurate as to what actually happened because, the frame that I had to use for reference was pretty early in the race. Alright guys, now that we have the finishing order and points for every driver in every of the 3 races, we can now add them up and find out how many points each driver got overall, so we can determine who really won the World Grand Prix. Alright guys, now that I've added up all the points from all 3 races, we can see it's not really that much of a surprise that Francesco Bernoulli won the World Grand Prix with 28 points. Lightning McQueen got second with 18 points despite getting last in the third race. Lewis Hamilton, a bit of a surprise, gets third, but he also got second in the third race, and he got fourth in the second race, so that's pretty good for him. And Nigel Giersling did pretty good, I guess. Carlo Veloso, Shu Todoroki, Max Chanel, Miguel Camino all got 7 points. Then there's a few guys at the bottom, Raul Cerul, Rip Klitschkonski, both got 4. They did pretty bad. So yeah, you can see here, it's not too much of a surprise, but it's pretty cool to see Francesco Bernoulli. He actually did win the World Grand Prix. Well, guys, that about wraps it up. I mean, let's be honest, none of us were surprised about who the top 2 were. Even though he almost got assassinated, Lightning McQueen still got second. I mean, yeah, but it's kind of cool to see where everyone else finished, because you'd think the animators don't pay that much attention, but, you know, maybe they do. Maybe they do. We just never know. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys like the Cars content. Please give me views again. There was a time when I got like over 100,000 watch hours in a 1-year period. All I need is 4,000 to get monetized again. Please, guys, just watch the videos. Just put it. If one person watched my videos for 10 hours every day for a whole year, then I would be monetized again. That's how simple it is, guys. But anyways, guys, still make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends if you enjoyed. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out.